global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello guys, welcome to Global Happenings today. We have a trending news here for you. And the headline of the news reads, Tr0uble Looms as IPOB insists on attending MNK parents' burial. CP classified Nnamdi Kanu's threat as a product of a local coward. But before we continue, we'd like to solicit for those of you who have not subscribed to the channel to kindly hit the red subscribe button, and also for those of you who have not hit the bell icon, please do same, so that anytime we publish videos you'll be getting immediate notification. All right, let's look at the news. Tr0uble Looms as the indigenous people of Biafra and the police have refused to change their position in respect to their plans. The indigenous people of Biafra has boasted that nothing will stop its members from attending the burial ceremony of their leader's parent, that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's parents, His Royal Highness Eze Israel Okon and wife Ugoize Sally Meme Okon, slated for February 14, which is Valentine's Day, at Isiama Afaruku in Umuahia North local government area of Abia State. The nation reports that IPOB and security agencies have been engaged in war of words in the past week, as IPOB have on several occasions accused the security operatives and the police in the state of planning to launch hunt on its members and anyone suspected to be giving the group support. Kanu had, in a tweet on his official Twitter handle at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, over the weekend accused the police and other security agencies of their plan to raid hotels in Umuahia in an attempt to arrest members of the IPOB group who would be in the state to pay their last respect to his parents. But police and other security agencies in the state have all denied the allegation leveled against them by IPOB. But the publicity secretary of the pro-Biafran group, Comrade Emma Powerful, on Monday, while reacting to a recent statement, attributed the Abia State Commissioner of Police, CP Okon, who warned IPOB members not to attend the burial of Kanu's parent in their own interest, berated the Abia Police Commissioner for threatening to arrest its member should they attend the burial. According to Emma Powerful, the military and police should be ashamed of themselves for threatening to arrest IPOB members who are planning to pay their last respect to the parents of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to him, he said despicable and downright condemnable utterance can only be obtained in Biafran land where socio-cultural and political leadership are in the hands of unrepentant traitors. Emma Powerful went further to say, will a commissioner of police make such a ridiculous statement in the Sharia not even during the burial ceremony of countless murderous Fulani terrorists in the north? Did any police commissioner find it worthy to warn mourners not to attend a funeral service? In the sad history of Nigeria, never had there been an edict or warning issues against those mourning the passing of their loved ones, only known in Abia State. He reiterated what IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu said on Saturday, Friday 8, that should any shot be fired in and around Afaruku on Friday at the burial of his parents, he said that the family and children of CP Okon will be hunted down and killed. Imam Powerful further added, said Ibrahim is involved through his cowardly army that ran away from Boko Haram in the north with their tails between their legs, is found culpable. His children will also pay the price any way they are in the world. We say enough is enough. According to him, he said before the Okon came, there was other loud-mouthed Southern police commissioners in Abia State that sought to impress their Almajiri masters by making unedifying and unguarded utterances against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the indomitable IPOB family. The same way they sung into oblivion is exactly the same way this talkative impostor will be quickly consigned to the scrap heap of used and discarded unthinking caliphate servants from the south. He said the IPOB was not in the business of responding to incompetent, lowly rank officers of a failed, shameless, uncivilized, and discredited colonial disgrace like Nigeria. IPOB is an international movement currently engaged in international diplomacy to drive home the need to put the long-suffering ethnic nationalities the British headed together into their failed experience in Nigeria out of the primitive stranglehold of eternally backward Arewa corner. This inconsequential and roundly incompetent local police and military operative blabbing around or blabbing away from a poorly maintained office in a dilapidated building in Umuahia and Ohafia are not worthy of an intelligent response from the great IPOB. He maintained, we shall as always peacefully attend the burial of His Royal Majesty and his wife, and should Nigerian army and police attempt to breach the peace, the war will bear us witness. However, he warned the police and those parading themselves as military officers in Afaroku to beware, because they cannot stop IPOB from coming to the burial of leadership. Okay, I'll take that again. However, he warned the police and those parading themselves as military officers in Afaruku to beware, because they cannot stop IPOB from coming to the burial of our leader's parent on 14th of February, which is a few days from now. All the years of trade and brutal crackdown on IPOB have all resulted in making IPOB more defiant, determined and ruthless in our pursuit of the noble goal of Biafran liberation. If the military might of the Almajiri Nigerian North Grand Conspiracy of the judiciary and mind-numbing treasury of Igbo governors and Haneze could not stop IPOB, how much less an unknown Fulani boy and servant in police uniform in Umuahia. In a chat with Abia State Commissioner of Police, the commissioner dismissed the tweet by Kanu and members of his group on his family members. The state police chief, who described Kanu straight as the ranting of a local coward, said, "The only reaction I have is that it is the ranting of a local coward. Let him come and participate in his parents' burial before he can have the mouth to talk to me. If he cannot do that, he should keep mute permanently." Okon, who maintained that police is in the state will provide security for the people who are going to be in attendance to pay their last respect to Isiama, Afaroku monarch and wife, however, vow to deal decisively with any IPOB member seen around the village or the compound of the traditional ruler. Wow. Let's look at some of the responses of Nigeria before we go into further discussion. And this one said, "Please let the president send this man to the headsman of Boko Haram war zone where his attention is needed. Hitmen and armed bandits cannot be walking the street free when we have this type of police in Nigeria. A big jaw." Okay. Another one here says, the police commission, said the federal government need to be careful not to create another crisis. IPOB hasn't done an inch of what headsmen do. Put the police there, not... Okay, I'll take that again. They said the police commissioner knows more than you do. The federal government needs to be careful not to create another crisis. IPOB hasn't done an inch of what headsmen do, but the police dare not talk in this manner to headsmen. If the police have handled headsmen issue the way they handle IPOB matter, we wouldn't have headsmen threatening everybody. That IPOB has been law-abiding doesn't mean they are fools. The Nigerian police or government should know the limit of its power. And I just want to take the last one here. And this one says here, okay, this one says, there was going to be so much trouble on Valentine's Day. I pity those who are in Afaruku if their Valentine will not be turned to bloodbath, God forbid. All right, that's all we can take, and we just want to look at this issue. For me, it's quite a critical one, considering the fact that Nigerians are tired of hearing news like this. We are tired of issues like this coming up already. The international community have known Nigeria to be one problematic state that cannot fight and conquer issues of insecurity. But here we are trying to fight over people who have not for once, caused any form of mayhem to themselves or even to those who are living with them. I'm talking about the IPOB. A little record that we have about them is they just go on and on trying to tell Nigerians that they want to secede. And this is not just starting now. It's been there far back, 1960 till now. It's a long time. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu picked up the baton to continue the push for their cessation, but yet he has done it peacefully. There had been no case of direct battling with the police or with the, army. So at this point, the way the whole thing has gotten to this point, I sense there will be trouble. I sense so much about this particular issue. I sense that people will have to, one side needs to calm down. But as much as we have heard them talk, it's glaring that the police are not ready to stand down. Neither the IPOB, as they believe that they are going there to pay, their last respect to the parents of their leader. And if they are going to do exactly that, why then should they be haunted? They've not really been a threat, though the CP told Nigerians that they are proscribed, which is true. But at the same time, there's a better way of handling this issue, even though there will be heavy presence of the police around the environment. But do not try to disrupt anything. Telling them they shouldn't even attend is one thing that is close to impossible. Like telling a child not to attend his parents' burial when you know he is alive, strong, and healthy, and even warn his friends not to attend it. It's really a disturbing issue for Nigeria. Just very recently, we've had a case where about 1,400 Boko Haram guys, whom they claim that they have repented, they have been released. They have been released. On what grounds? Are they trying to do some negotiation? They have been released. Now, these are the kind of people that should be brought before the law. These are the kind of people that should be prosecuted and dealt with decisively. But hey, nothing is happening to them. And here are some bunch of quiet guys who are only pushing for what they feel is rightfully theirs, trying to frustrate them. It's not the right thing, because if another bloodshed takes place on the 14th of February 2020, it won't be a good news for Nigerians wherever we are. Please, let's see how we can allow that day to pass by. After all, the people that are going to bury, they are not culprits. Neither are they involved in any form of social vices before. They are respectable monarchs of that community, so they deserve the respect. Nothing like trouble should ensue among these two people. We are hopeful that everything will end well. Well, that's where we're going to stop. Go to our conversation, let us interact. Do you think that these two parties threatening is going to cause a lot of trouble come the 14th of February 2020, being that it's also a Valentine?